What's going on, you guys? Cam6 TV here. Today we're going to be doing a transmission flush, basically a pan drop and a filter drop, and reinstall fluid. Basically just a drop and fill. That's what I call it. On a 4R75. It's coming out of a 2006 Ford F-150, my personal vehicle. Yesterday, the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's a preventative maintenance as well. I was pulling a trailer yesterday and it got a little bit hot and you could tell the fluid was just not working the way it's supposed to. So just got the truck, might as well just change all the fluids on it, right? I already did the differential, already did basically front bearings on it and oil changes. So other than that, let's get to the transmission fluid flush. With no further ado, let's go. You're gonna need Mercon V. Doesn't matter what fluid you go with. I recommend Motorcraft, but I can get Motorcraft locally, and if I did, it would have cost me like $100 for like 5 quarts. So I was like, nah, I just got the cheap Walmart brand SuperTech, $30. Mercon V. It's approved by Ford, so should be good. I'm not too worried about the fluid type, because this engine does have a lot of miles on it, and the transmission, it's the original from factory, so I'm kind of not worried about it. But I need it to last me a year. So let's get to it. What you do is go on top, remove your dipstick from your engine bay. This releases any pressure from your transmission, and you're gonna need 10mm bolts for the 14 bolts that you have on your pan. Loosen the 2 front ones. Just leave it on there, but loosen it a little bit. Remove all the other ones, and the fluid's gonna drop from the back. Preferably, would recommend going up on ramps, just so it can be on an angle and it could drop a lot easier. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do it that way, but it can work. Time to flush that shift juice. Yum. Look at that shift juice right there. Ugh. It's not burnt, but it's worn. Oh man. No wonder why this transmission was shifting so weird. Luckily it's not burnt fluid or anything. But look what's in the pan. Where is it? If you know, you know. Yeah. I just popped this cherry. Well, I'm glad I'm doing this because, yeah, I'm surprised this transmission made it so far. Wow, that's the original transmission engine too. That's amazing. Ready to make mess part 2? Let's see. Yay! O-ring came out. That's a first. Yummy. Next up, clean up the pan. Clean up your magnet, which mine is pretty full, as you can tell. Yum. Now after you get the pan all clean, you got your magnet right here, as you can tell. It's clean. Before it was really gunky and dirty. Put it right back where it belongs. Alright guys, for this, I'm going to be doing a transmission filter change also. I recommend going with the Motorcraft, but with the amount of miles this thing has, I'm not really too worried about it. So I just want fresh fluid and filter in it. But I recommend going with Motorcraft filter, Motorcraft oil, like Mercon V, and then the Motorcraft filter that they serve. So as you can tell, this takes literally 5 quarts, but as we're doing it, because I didn't drain the torque converter up there, I'm going to put 4.7 quarts in it and then check the fluid. Anything in life, you always got to lubricate it. You do not want to mess anything up. So once it's lubricated, take it, evenly put it, and then boom, like that. It just literally fits snug like a glove. Okay, snugged, and that's it. New filter is in. Let's get the pan back up there. Alright guys, so after you hand tighten all 14 bolts around, I'm going to take a 3/8 Milwaukee ratchet, electrical ratchet. Don't take an impact on this. And do a star pattern. Like one side of the pan tighten or snugged, other side snugged, top and bottom snugged, and just keep going like in that crisscross pattern snugly. And then afterwards, you basically go all around the pan and just tighten every one individually. What this does is seats the gasket properly, as well it prevents it from warping the pan, which is impossible to warp the pan with the original gasket, but it can happen. As far as torque specs, it's supposed to be at 130 inch-pounds. If you have enough experience, you'll know when tight is tight and when to stop. And that's all I gotta say. So take that with a grain of salt. Again, don't take it to word. Just, you know, do what you feel. If you're not comfortable, take the torque wrench and do it the right way. Alright, so I got all 14 tightened in a crisscross pattern. Now I'm going to go all around the pan and just go like that until it stops. These Milwaukee ratchets are very good at that. When you're tightening something, especially when it comes to hand torque or light torque, these are very good at tightening them to the right specs. If you're not comfortable with it, use a torque wrench. Alright, take that with a grain of salt again.
That's why I like going around in circles on this one.
See, it won't go anymore. It quits. And as you can tell, I am putting SuperTech. This is a Walmart home brand, and it's a Mercon 5. It is Ford approved. I did a lot of homework on it, and a lot of benefits of this. It's made by a company that's well known that makes Napa oil and other store brand oils like O'Reilly, Advanced Auto Parts, CarQuest. You know, the same company that makes those oils makes this oil. So, seen a lot of good stuff about it. We're gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like maybe partially up to 5, and then start up, let it run operating temperature, and then check it again. Most likely I'm gonna have to add the entire 5th one, but just in case. So with no further ado, let's start adding fluid. Added 4 7/8. All right, so let's get to starting the unit. Now we get into the vehicle, start it up, let it idle down, and I finished in time, guys. It's about to rain, as you can tell, so I got pretty lucky on that one. Let it idle down. That right there is for an O2 sensor. Alright, you want to cycle your key or your transmission. Leave it for a couple of seconds. Now let's put it back on level ground. Okay, leveled ground. Cycle it again. And let it go up to operating temperature, and let's check the fluid. All right, so with the engine at operating temperature, this is with 4/7, basically 4.75 quarts of fluid. Check the transmission fluid level while it's in park. Right below the clothesline. So that one last quart that I told you guys, 5 quarts, I'm gonna add completely in there, let it settle again, and then check again. You can tell it's right in the middle of the hash marks. That's where you want it. You don't want it too much up or too low because it will expand later in the future. That's just where you want it. You will not believe how smooth this thing is shifting. Second. Third. Fourth. Overdrive. That is so smooth. Before, you actually felt it shift. It's so butter smooth now, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like. More videos to come. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. This is not a how-to. This is an educational video. Take all my advice with a grain of salt. If you mess up your vehicle, that's on you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like. Catch you guys later. Bye.